start streaming. Now we are streaming. And we're gonna do this. And I'm gonna put it on Twitter. Whew. Streaming now. Get in here. Dopes. Okay. Okay, and the stream is public. Good. You're not first, loser. Hey guys, I was not gonna do a stream because I am wiped. I had a very long day. And I couldn't do my deadlifts, and I was very kind of it got me all down, which is so stupid. Very, very, very stupid. Yeah. So let's give a second of people to get in here. It's been a minute in. We got the super chats. I'm gonna start. I signed up for Periscope, by the way. So if any of you want to subscribe to Periscope, feel free. I don't know how to even subscribe to. I don't know what my username is. I'm assuming it's the same thing. Because it says some people followed me already. Like a small number. I don't like this OS or whatever it's called, the interface. OX, user interface, UX. So it's I think it's stupid. I don't like it, but I'm on it. Okay, we got 68 people. What's everyone doing at home on a Friday night? Good lord. GUI, yeah. Whatever the term is, I don't know. I'm tired. I was out until like 3 last night, not drinking or anything, just hanging out. So with some friends, I'm getting some I've got some good guests coming up on You're Welcome that I can't even talk about, which are really kind of exciting. And it's also weird, the people who watch these stupid live streams. You'd be surprised. So that is where we are. Tomorrow is Capitalismus, and I've got my presents for myself, which I'll put on Instagram on tomorrow, I guess. Instagram.com/Michael Malice. This hair is not laying right at all. At all. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to... Oh, so today, we... I want to hear what you all thought of the Count Dankula episode, which I had so much fun, which was pretty obvious while watching it, how much fun I was having talking to Count Dankula. And I the one thing about him is I didn't correct him. I am much more interested in damp memes than in dank memes, but he's not going to change his name to Count Dampula, so that's where we are. Our borking, what's borking mean? I don't even know. Our borking e-begging, I don't know what that means. Oh, boring, okay. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It's his accent. I think the Scottish accent's the best one, by far. It's by far the best one. It's really funny. Like when he started talking about doing something on porpoise, it was just I was dying. So yeah, and it's good. I've got like on January 8th, I've got a Democratic Socialist coming in from the Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez wing of the Democratic Party here in New York. So I've got them from all over the spectrum, because when it comes to Michael Malice, I can guarantee you it's going to be on the spectrum. Next week, so we just filmed this morning, we had the Naked and Famous guys from Naked and Famous Denim. Maximum dork out. It was really, really, really fun. That's going to air on Tuesday. Then the week after that, we've got uh, Alan Bukhari, and then we have Tom Woods, and then January 8th I'll announce later. So it's good. Um, Let me see. I haven't heard I haven't heard anything new about. Oh, so I was talking to Kennedy, whose show you should be watching, and I think she's going to introduce Capitalismus on her show on Wednesday. She said, so if this becomes a thing, that would be very, very, very cool. So for those of you who don't know, Capitalismus is a thing that the New York ANCAP started a few years ago. It kind of died away, but the premise is everyone gets together for a party. You buy yourself a present, you wrap it, and then we have a time at the party where everyone just unwraps all their gifts and explains what that gift means to them. So it's fun. I've got myself two things. I didn't get the one I really wanted because I got outbid, but that's where we are with that. I got nothing really to talk about, but I know it's fun for guys to hang out and do these kind of live streams. So I was gonna do one while walking from the gym, but I thought, nah, this will be more interesting. So yeah, it's also, I think anytime you have a weird or like innovative excuse to have a get together, people really get into it and they really appreciate it. That's been my experience, at least. Your mileage may vary. So that's where we are with that. I don't know. It's been it's always so quiet, work wise when the year wrap comes to an end. So that's where it's also going to be. So we're off the last week of the year at Compound Media. So next week's going to be the last week for the year of Nightshade, and then we're back on January 2nd. Whew. All right. That's, I guess, all I had. My monster's out. I had my monster. I had my pre-workout. All my amphetamines for the day. So I'm a little low energy, I guess. Just like Jeb. Very weak, low energy. Oh, this is what I could tell you that was really, really cool. On Tuesday? Wednesday? I'll tell you what day it was exactly. This is important. Tuesday, Andy Levy, former ombudsman from Red Eye, where I was a regular, and Bill Schultz, former sidekick on Red Eye, they hadn't seen each other since Bill left Red Eye. So they hung out for the first time in 5 years. And I am very much thinking, I talked to Andy about doing my show, about doing You're Welcome. I very much want to see what would happen. I want to try to do a Red Eye reunion with Bill, Joanne, who co-host Morning on Compound Media, with Andy. I think that would be a real treat for the fans. So yeah. Wait, what's going on? Oh, wow. Hi, Isaac. Thank you for doing what you do and all the enlightenment. Well, that's a big word. You have and continue to provide. There are places right now in this world where de facto anarchy exists. Have you ever thought about moving there? Anywhere I am, anarchy exists. Anarchy is the norm. Like when you are working with Macy's, you are having an anarchist relationship. The possibility that cops are getting called or there'll be a lawsuit is zero. Hi, Michael. Love your recent interview on Tom Woods. Was feeling down about the whole social media situation. Your statement on it gave me some hope. Thanks. Yeah, I'm shocked that people aren't taking the long view on this. And it's also the kind of thing where it's like, oh, you're saying it's okay that this is happening? No, I'm not a utopian. I'm saying any sign of progress is going to be a jagged line. And my biggest takeaway is that there's a big improvement between having entire schools of thought being made unheard of to having people have to be picked off one by one to the point where you can name them. How many of us can name... I mean, by definition, you can't name all these people who were silenced, right? But now that you can literally... Not only can you name the people who are picked off one by one, there's a Wikipedia page listing who's been picked off and why, ostensibly why. This is huge progress. And look, they're retreating. They had to reinstate Jesse Kelly on Twitter. Gavin's back on YouTube. These people used to be able to be complete totalitarians, Have you heard? And now they don't know what to do because they don't have centralized control. Have you ever heard of Liberland? If so, what are your thoughts? I've never heard of it. Let me look it up right now and give you my knee jerk and therefore completely correct reaction. Oh, no, I've never heard of this. That's so interesting. I've heard of the one that's in Australia. So Liberland is a small, declared itself its own country, micronation, disputed zone. There's one, something in the Hutt River in Australia, which is also interesting. I have no information about that at all. Who's texting me? I should turn off my. Oh, my friend. My friend just had a kid, so I'm so happy for him. He's been wanting. My friend, who's very kind of right wing. He's the one who kind of was in many ways my Sherpa to this whole world, and I'm not going to name him. Which was kind of the basis for the book, and he just had a kid, so I'm very, very happy for him. Speaking of chicken skins, I was on the subway, and there was a drunk guy when I was coming home last night, like 3 in the morning. A drunk guy sitting across from me, just mumbling with a bottle of vodka, and he was saying how, well, I tell the cops this is chicken juice, not vodka, not Dave Smith. It's not Dave Smith. No, not Dave Smith. Hans has several kids. What's your opinion of Cesar Romero's Joker? It's superb. It's absolutely superb. I adore it, and I think if people can't appreciate it, there's something wrong with them. I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely like it, and I'm getting a Cesar Romero outfit, Joker outfit together for if I'm on, for an appearance. He was great. It was absolutely. I mean, and I don't think anyone who's got like two brain cells to rub together would deny the talent of the villains that they cast on the show, because Julie Newmar and Eartha Kitt, and there's a third Catwoman I'm blanking on, are not, no one sneezes at them. Burgess Meredith is a career actor for decades, playing the Penguin, and the guy who played the Riddler, who's Frank Gorshin, is regarded historically as the best impressionist of all time. I mean, these people were masters, and they were put in a silly context. So people who can only see that silly context and can't take it on certain terms, there's something really wrong with them. Lee Merriweather, thank you. Who was she was Morticia? No, she was the wife on wasn't she the wife on the Munsters? She was somebody else besides. Oh yeah, she played the Munster she was Lily Munster when they brought back the Munsters in the 80s, yeah. So, do the Joker laugh, please. I can't. However, you can't do the I can't do the Joker laugh. I would have been able to do it if I had more energy drink in me. I promise I will do it at some point when I'm dressed in the outfit. I've got this purple velvet blazer that's getting tailored right now. It looks sick. And I've got a lapel pin that's perfectly appropriate. It's the crowbar that the Joker used to beat Robin to death. So that's going to be on my lapel. Or I might wear the rose lapel. I don't know. So, yeah. Because I was just watching... I Insider details in Gavin McInnes. Compound or Gavin Media? Okay, I'll tell you this. Anthony was on my show, Anthony Cumia, on You're Welcome a couple weeks ago. And I asked him, I saw that, look, it's not hard to see this coming because you think how corporate America works, right? Like when someone's been made radioactive, the truth doesn't matter. What matters is this person stigmatized or not? There's nothing to do with truth. It has to do with reputation. And Anthony said we'd welcome him back with open arms. Gavin was a huge draw for Compound Media. His show did very well. It was very popular with good reason. I don't know at all whether he's talked to Keith Maresca, who runs Compound Media, or Anthony. I mean, I know they've talked just in general, but about him returning. I don't know how that would work because his slot right now is being filled with Bill and Joanne with Mornin. I'm sure they could find a time for him. But if he comes back, I mean, everyone understands what the situation is, including Gavin. Gavin is very bright. Gavin understands what is being done to him perfectly. I mean, there was a moment when he was, I don't know if you guys saw that Nightline interview, and that woman who was interviewing him asked him, do you want to like regret anything? And he just pauses because on the one hand, you don't want to say you have any regrets, any apologies, because that might even be used legally. On the other hand, he's like, well, I didn't want to end up like this. So, he's really smart and shrewd. So yeah, and the point of, let's suppose you think Gavin is everything that they say he is. Let's pretend for the sake of argument. There are people who are so much worse than him by every metric if you think he's a horrible person, that it is completely arbitrary that he's been the one who has been taken to this level. It makes no sense by any metric other than the point is to cause there being an arbitrary aspect to it, by far. So, yeah. The thing with Gavin, and I'll also say is, and he talks about this constantly and fairly, he loves being a family man. He loves his kids. And when you're in your town and the people in your town are trying to drive you out when you've done nothing, you're just minding your business, that has to fuck with your family. And that's horrible. And that's absolutely outrageous. And I feel bad for him in that regard. I've not talked to him about it, but no, I have talked to him about it. When he was on You're Welcome, I was the last one to interview him as he was walking out of compound. I talked about this. You could grok the interview. Grok? Why the fuck did I say that? You can watch the interview, and he's open about it. I mean, he's very open about his feelings. Like, on the one hand, you don't want to show your hand that they're getting to you, but how are you going to lie? That, oh, I'm fine, that they're harassing my family? I have a quote from him leading up the chapter about him in my book, where he just says, vis-a-vis that transphobia article, like, I'd want to apologize. What was his quote? I want to apologize to all the trannies who are threatening to kill me and eat my children. You are not mentally ill. It's tough getting doxxed. I mean, that giraffe professor released his phone number. Thoughts on Monkey Jones 4 times banned from YouTube over privatized comedy vids mocking Elliot Rodger. YouTube confirmed it was not a bot glitch, fully intentional. I'm not familiar with this at all. I'm not familiar with this. I don't see why they would do it. Elliot Rodger is certainly fair game. It's interesting how they're making up the rules as they're going along. So, I'll look into this, though. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'll talk about it on my show on Nightshade on Monday, probably. So let me look this up right now. Thank you. This was in August. Oh, he was banned from Twitter as well. Wow. Huh. That's crazy. That is crazy. Whew. So, yeah, that's where we are. I got a question for you guys. I'm going to have Tom Woods. Oh, would you have found that coming out article more tolerable if it had been about coming out as right-wing instead of conservative? No. I don't think any article that says, boo-hoo, people are mean to me for my political beliefs is valid. Or comparable to being gay or being like a minority. And it validates the victim culture. And it's also one of the basis elements of leftism is equality. And instead of saying, it's wrong to regard people as victims, like, oh no, we're all equally victims in different ways. What the fuck is that shit? Why are you appropriating this mentality? So that article obviously really rubbed me the wrong way. For those of you who don't know, I dissected Chad Felix Green's article at The Federalist on my show on Nightshade on Thursday, where he said, like, he's getting more persecuted for being conservative than for being gay. Frankly, wouldn't you rather people be persecuted for their views, which is an open discussion of ideas? If you're on a TV show, I'd rather someone attack me for my ideas than my age or my sexuality or my gender. I mean, come on. Do you consider yourself right-wing? Depends on the context. It depends on the context. So, and also, there are very few people who are really persecuted in America. It's fair to make the case that people like Gavin are persecuted in this, and I use the word extremely broadly, if you're being deplatformed everywhere. If you're writing for The Federalist or like Kevin Williamson, like, I got fired from The Atlantic for my abortion views. Yeah, you're fine. Thank you for the question. I mean, I keep harping back to this. Maybe it's part of my North Korea work. Maybe it's because of, you know, having a Soviet Union background, familiar from a family perspective. Americans do not know what real persecution is, and they kind of hear this word and they're like, real persecution is not like I can't get a good Thai restaurant in my fucking neighborhood. Okay, it's living in fear. It's this. For those of you who have been like, we've all been unemployed. And you know how when you're unemployed, there's that part of your brain that thinks, what if I never get a job? And the savings start dwindling, and you're like, shit, no one's calling me today. What if they never call? And you're freaking out. Like, imagine that's your life, because that's what it's like living in a persecuted state. Like, there's always that voice in the back of your head making you afraid. It's not, and I don't know it. I can only see it secondhand from talking to my family and the North Korea stuff. I've never had to deal with this. So yeah, it's these people need to rein it the fuck in. Oof. Martin Shkreli told me I'm not funny. Oh, do you have any advice on how to prepare and conduct oneself during a debate? I'm participating in one for college extra credit, and I am quite nervous. That's a very big question. Okay, what would my advice be? Uh, Figure out what your. See, I was gonna say use humor, but if you use humor incorrectly, it really looks bad. So I would say, um, what would my advice be for a college debate? This is a really good question that deserves a good answer. Yeah, dress well. This is some easy advice. Don't be in a crappy outfit. Look good, and that will have a lot to do with it. If you're polished and look put together. Um, I got another one. If you have a friend who's funny, like genuinely funny, have them come up with some lines for you. That would be a great way to do it. If you have a couple of one-liners that you can pull off, because it throws people off their game if the audience starts laughing at them. Yeah. So that would be my advice. It also obviously would depend on the subject. It would depend on the audience. There's no reason to be nervous. Here's another piece of advice. If you like stumble over your words, no one cares. It's fine. So relax. Don't fixate on that. Like if I just sit here going and I'm blanking on the name, people are waiting to hear what I have to say. They're not being like, oh my god, what an asshole. Especially in a debating thing. Although sometimes in that case it might be more focused on rhetoric than on content. I don't know. So yeah, that would be my advice. And come out looking come out in a Klansman outfit, because that seems to be popular. So that's where we are with that. Uh, I'm just curious. What I want to know from you. Okay, what I want to know from you guys is, um, that's the worst advice ever. Make the audience care. Oh, you're getting blocked. See you made yourself lose the debate because you're never going to be heard from again. Ha ha ha. Um. What was I gonna say? What is it? I want to know from you guys. Uh, do you regret calling the Mises Institute a clown college in debate with Tom? After I did that, I got paid to speak there, so that should answer your question. I want to know if I weightlifting routine for someone trying to get into it. You're asking the wrong person. I am a complete fraud and a phony. So do starting strength is what everyone says. Starting strength. Um, I want it's Trevor. Wait, let me look this up. WKUK. What is this? What is this? Viable. You YM. You mean I don't know what YM means, but hold on. I'm assuming you mean you're welcome, but it's upside down because you're in New Zealand. Trevor Moore. Oh, I know this guy. Oh God, my ex was obsessed with the whitest kids you know. So no, that's not happening. Um, Absolutely obsessed. So there we go. Whitest kids you know, yeah. Your malice. Whew. Um. So I want to know from you guys is what do you think? Are you happier this year than you were last Christmas? Because I asked my friends this last night and I got some good answers. And why? Oh, I'm getting no's. I don't like that. I want to see yeses. Oh, damn. Why? If it's no, tell me why. And if it's yes, what do you think of the judge's decision in Texas referring to ACA? I love the chaos. I love the chaos. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but I love the chaos. Everyone, the left is going to be melting down. My podcast name is not spelled wrong, stupid. Do you know anything funny offhand? Hobbes. Oh, Hobbes. Okay, that's the easy one. If you go to Hobbes versus Locke and you go, many. I don't know if you're too young for this, but hopefully the reference goes. Many of you are familiar with Hobbes being a tiger that might possibly be imaginary, but some of you may have learned that he's also a philosopher. Start with that. You're an okay. This oh god, this is such a putz. Feel much better. I'm Richard this Hanukkah. Honestly, no. Way more happy. Good. Congrats on getting into medical school. The Crohn's disease. That's no joke. My friend had Crohn's and he showed me to use probiotics to help me with my stomach. Took a promotion, liked my old job better. Oh, that sucks. Gained weight, lost contact with ex. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that about grandma, man. Oh, Anna, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, but at least you don't have to drive a desk, so hang in there. My opponent is short and Cal is short and brutish. I'm not struggling to fund employment anymore. Good. Continue to learn and grow. Good. I don't know if kids these days know Calvin Hobbes. Political friends drive me nuts during the midterms. Okay. The year was bad. Good. Ending on a good note. I like hearing that. Oh, I'm glad you're getting. I mean, mental health is good for you for getting treatment and recognizing that you have a problem and you're getting help. That's wonderful. Unemployed. Oh man, two brothers and a grandma. Dude, that is horrible. I'm assuming you're a dude. Oh guys. Oh man. Homeowner. Fuck yeah. Oh, congratulations on your kid. That's great. That's really really great. Gavin McIngus, stupid. Um, Thoughts on the Clinton investigation? None. Okay. I'm a student at the university. I want to know what your thoughts are on Jared Kushner. That's the question you're going to ask him? I think you could do better. Sister and nephew won't talk to my Republican mother. That's their loss. Trying to wake up to New York City. Don't. Everyone here is an asshole. More and more people are. Yep, I don't feel better. We're definitely happy. You're getting married. Well, Mazel Tov. That's wonderful. Gavin McIngus, hard N. Okay. Uh, I didn't ask how your dog is doing. I'm asking about you. Thailand. Okay. You are the least true to your last name you've ever been in public. You know what you're talking about. Finally graduated. Good. I'm glad. Congratulations there. Um, Fentanyl took them, and you're right about drugs. I laugh when people get personal about them. Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. Oh my god, that's awful. Uh, Gavin was on Alex Jones. Said these people won. He was a broken man. Oh, dude, I'm very sorry to hear that, and that's really well. That's there's a plus and a minus. Kudos to him for being honest. and vulnerable. I admire that enormously. But he also knows that showing them that they've won. So it's either be dishonest or be, uh, um, fuck, that's bad. Hold on, Michael here. I'm happier. I visited all my married brothers to see their children. I've come to love my family a lot more this year. Well, that's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful, Michael. I'm very happy for you. Um, it doesn't make him a beta. An alpha knows how is capable of showing vulnerability, dude. I promise you, Gavin is a lot more alpha than you. I guarantee it, by every metric. Um, oh, you got a dog? Oh my god, that's so wonderful. That is so. The Alex Jones video is up. I'll to my supporting listeners group. Let me post it to you guys. Hold on a second. They did like a clip compilation. I didn't watch it through, to be fair. Where is this? Here it is. Okay. I'll post it right here. Copy. I'll watch it then later if he actually says he's broken. I'll have to watch it through. Gavin on Alex Jones. Have you ever been in InfoWars? Yes, many times. And I talk about it in the forthcoming book. Okay. Husband had a stroke. Oh my god. I hope you're joking. Like I really hope that's a joke. And if not, I'm very sorry to hear that. Oh, dogs are so good. Have you had personal contact with Gavin? Yes. Do you still believe that Glenn had nothing to do with firing Gavin, or have you changed my mind? I've changed my mind after what Cassandra said, Cassandra Fairbanks. I talked about this on Nightshade. Did not talk to Cassandra about this directly, but she was saying that Glenn has more to do with it than he let on, and she's been the one who's been Gavin's primary contact with the press. So that my personal reading between the lines is that it's coming from Gavin, and that obviously Gavin would know. So that is where and the other thing is I can't really blame him because Glenn, because if they're comfortable going after Gavin's kids and Tucker Carlson's family, what the fuck wouldn't they go after Glenn? I mean, at a certain point, it's like, yeah, there's a cost-benefit analysis to bravery. It's really fucking easy to tell someone else to be brave with their money and company. It's real easy. So, yeah. Yeah, I have it on low latency, so people can, Okay, God, these people... God, some of you are so fucking annoying. Are you happier this year than last? Oh, yes. Much. Much, 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 much. Well, no. I was pretty happy last year, but things are going great. I mean, this book is going to be a really big deal. I'm very excited about it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Nightshade. I'm really enjoying the guests I'm getting on Your Welcome. Having it not on behind a paywall means I could get bigger guests. So, and the numbers have been very, very good. So I mean, career is important to me, obviously. It's funny. So Twitter. So sometimes people will sell curses, but it's not visible because YouTube hides it. So then I could block them without their comment ever appearing. That's really kind of fun. Um, do you think? Uh, what else did I want to talk to you guys about? Ugh, I'm running out of water. Oh, there's 400 you people here. Um, what I just talked to by the way, Jim Goad today, and he's doing very well. His new book is out. I think he sold it out on his site, the signed copies. It's called Whiteness: The Original Sin. Um, he's a very provocative thinker. I'm not drinking rosé. This is the remnants of Kool-Aid and water. So yeah, I finished my monster. Mm. God damn. God damn. Tom Woods news. No, oh yeah. So what I wanted to ask you guys about Tom Woods is what questions would you want me to ask when I have him on my show in a couple weeks? What's his favorite thing about me? He asked Matt Welch that on his show, and they've already answered that. Saw you on Sunday. What do you mean by I don't know if you saw me on Sunday? Um, Contra Krugman stopped? Is that true? Hold on a second. Really? They canceled it? No. There's no way they canceled it. I would have known. Are you trolling me? It hasn't stopped. Nightshade is absolutely fantastic. And the banter with the guys in the booth makes me laugh every time. Ask Tom how he met Bob Murphy. I will, Joshua. Thank you for that question. Um, the Breakfast Gin. So, uh, the Breakfast Gin was one of the 32 from the Arduous March, the first Arduous March. So if you go, you can find me. If you bounce around, we do screenshots of all the liquors we tried. And I hated the Breakfast Gin. I didn't think it was a good gin at all. And there was nothing breakfasty about it whatsoever. I'm pretty confident Tom has never been on 4chan. I'm his, meme guide. Dave Smith just became a dad too. I'm so happy. So three of my friends just had kids, like within 2 weeks of each other, and I'm three dudes, and I'm so happy for all of them. It's just three people who I know are gonna make great dads. Someone is asking me Monster or Red Bull. Do I ban them on principle? I'll do that. I'll get Tom to go on 4chan and I'll do like a live stream with that. That might be fun. It's Dr. Woods. Dr. Woods. Yeah, that's a good point. It makes me very happy to have you heard of the new YouTube alternative Freedom Safe Space? What do you think about how they are approaching combating Silicon Valley censorship? I have not heard of this. Laura Loomer, what was she had a great term this week. Um, that I'm Silicon Valley Sharia about what's going on in Silicon Valley. I don't. You can't compete with YouTube, just like Gab trying to compete with Twitter, just saying we're the same thing, but we have more offensive people. That's not the way to compete in a market. It's got to be something else. According to Height, having kids makes you more conservative. I just got off the phone with my friend today, like literally an hour and a half ago, who just had the kid, and he said that exact thing, that him and his wife, all these conservative ideology things clicked in their head. So yeah, it's Marshall. You coming tomorrow to Capitalismus? You dope. Yes, I have not seen you in quite a while. Awesome. Can you speak about your path to supporting the Iraq War in 2013 to where you are now ideologically? What were the influences that catalyzed change? Um, I think the fact that it was a total lie about WMDs. I think the fact that all the people who were anti-war from the beginning, the reasons they gave for anti-war were borne out. And I think seeing um, how clueless and messianic George W. Bush was, and also the fact that the budget went up so high under him. So everything that my libertarian friends said about the Republican Party proved true. I was under the delusion. What is that delusion? I said, look, we have never had a Republican president, Republican Congress since Eisenhower. Let's see what happens. And the data came in, and it's like, yep, nightmare. And fucking the Patriot Act? Fuck out of here. And oh, you know what else it was with the Iraq War? I'll never forget this. And I hate that expression. I don't know. I just used it. I was watching CNN. I think it was CNN. I don't remember. I wish I could find this clip. And you know how when you have corporate meetings, like they'll come in, the suits, and they're selling the company, oh, this is a great app that your company should partner with because look what it allows you to do. And they're selling it like, oh, this syncs up your calendar to Yelp, and it tells you when your blood sugar is low to eat at this place, something like that, and they're talking about it, right? And the guy was talking about shock and awe, and he was saying, well, if you gotta ask, it's not shock and awe. And it was the tone of like someone who had a PowerPoint talking about how awesome this new lawnmower was. And I'm like, shock and awe means you are going to terrify a civilian population. And you're talking about it like it's a new app or a new feature on your computer, and you're both like, this is like, it's not like shit, we got to take it to this point. It's like, this is going to be awesome. And like, it's not awesome terrorizing civilians. And I'm like, you are completely detached from humanity. That was a very big moment for me. Oh, that was, and it still haunts me. It just the complete blitheness about like, listen, I don't just the killing all these fucking Iraqis. It's like, yeah, fuck them. They live. It's their choice to live in Tehran or whatever the fuck that Tehran. That's Baghdad. Excuse me, that was stupid of me. Yeah. Oof. Will you ask Tom Woods if he ever gets depressed? Uh, I don't think Tom would want to talk about that. Whew. Good lord. And now, I see when I get all heated, then my energy level increases. So, yeah. No, you're right, Daniel. You're right. It's absolutely true. It is next on the neocon list. What is everybody doing? Uh, what else? What's everybody doing this weekend? Does anyone have any fun plans? Thank you for everything you do and making me see Hamilton in new light. Ask Tom about his disagreements with Rothbard. Okay, that's a great question. Thank you, Zach. I will do that. What are your thoughts on the Israel-Palestine issue? I am a hardcore Zionist, but it's a subject that does not interest me very strongly, which people who are anti-Semites can't wrap their head around. I can tell you the number of people in every political party in Swedish parliament right now, and I can't name two political parties in the Knesset. I don't know anything about Israeli politics. Um, Wait, I missed one. What made you want to be a political commentator? I care about politics, but I also want people like me. Well, I think people like me sometimes, Andrew. What made me want to be a political commentator is it's fun being mean on TV, and it's fun having an excuse to wear my fruity little suits. And I knew I could do it as good as most of those people out there because they're not bringing much to the table, and it's fun. It's really fun talking shit and having people appreciate it. It's super fun. Are you getting PayPal donations too? Yeah, if you, I'll give you my link for that because the Patreon thing is no joke, and some people canceled my Patreon. I do not blame them at all. So I set up a recurring thing on PayPal, but I'm looking at other opportunities. I'm going to talk to Tim Pool and people like that. Concern with the malevolence of Jewish influence is important and must be addressed. Not on this stream, motherfucker. I have to sort out what's going on with all the PayPal alternatives. So I will talk to people about this because they already hit Subscribestar. PayPal, I said that they're not working with them, someone said to me. Hi, Mike. Do you think there's any there in the Mueller thing, or is it all going to be BS process crimes? So far, I'm underwhelmed. Process crimes are not BS. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how someone given a huge budget and basically a blank check isn't going to deliver something. That's not how prosecutors work. It's like when a cop arrests you, they are going to... if a cop arrests you, he's going to... If he's not charging you with something, it's going to look bad. So, yeah, I think they're going to try to find something. I'm on Parler, people mispronounce it. And my username is Real Donald Trump. I snagged it. So that's where we are with that. 1 second. I once heard Tom Woods got divorced. Is that true? Ask him. Who's Ryan? Ryan called me out? No, I didn't. Ryan Katzer Rivera? Okay. My New York's county just banned plastic bags. I know it seems trivial, but they truly get off on controlling people, and it bothers me. Would this bother you? Of course. It's not trivial at all. Every Russian under their... I promise you, every Russian under their sink has a stash of plastic bags. Every single one, including me. Besides Neil Hamburger, who's your favorite comedians? The ones I'm friends with, like Louis, I just saw Luis J. Gomez. I saw him record his new special on Sunday. Oh my god, it was so funny. Big J, super funny. Jay Okerson. Dan Soder is great. Who else? I don't really watch that many comedians, so I'm not in a good position. But if you look at who I follow on Twitter, that should give you some ideas. Ask Tom to explain his hatred of the Flintstones. I will do that. If he mentioned me, that's not the same as calling me out. So, and he's entitled to his opinion. Look, he's worked for Gavin. He's very close to him. This is a when you're under attack, it's tough. The comments in color are super chats. I can't. Yeah, I like Ryan, and I'm sure whatever he said about me was fair and reasonable. So I will. I can't picture an anarchist society. Can you help illustrate how you think that would work? 99% of your interactions are anarchist. Right now, we're engaged in anarchism. Saying I can't imagine anarchism, I'm not trying to be sarcastic, is like saying, well, if it wasn't for all these exorcists, we'd all be possessed. How often have you been involved in a lawsuit? How often have you had to call the police? Now, if police were private, there would be more police and there would be less crime. Just like, look at, once they freed up the postal service, you had UPS, FedEx, couriers, all sorts of things, all sorts of ways. CD review, 3 down, 17th from the left. Okay, Kyle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh. I don't need to review this. This is a classic album. The Cranberries. There's nothing I need to say. This is a masterpiece. There's not that many good songs on it, but this is kind of a really important album. I like showing the back of my head so then I don't get accused of stolen valor. In an ANCAP society where prevents a greedy fisherman from overfishing the coastal shipping waters, you would have to have... I think other people have written on this. I'm not an expert. You would have private property in the waters, and the fish would... It's going to cost a lot to have a huge... Think how big the ocean is. There's, 3 times as much ocean space as there is land. So, I mean, how can you imagine how much it would cost to have a mile of coastline? It would be insane. All your base are belong to us. Can confirm. Hold on. I'm missing. Hold on. I don't want to miss any super chats. Thanks. That makes you feel better. I think maybe I'm Russian. Shit. You'd know. I promise. What's the use of a finger if you don't have it on a trigger? I mean, pointing. Whew. Nose picking, yeah. Well, I mean, what else am I gonna do with you know? Um, the name of the new song. Okay, I'll write this down so everyone can look it up. New theme song is. I never know if House Cats is one word or two. Wait, did I miss a super chat? No, I guess not. Can someone point me to this Ryan video? I do want to hear his thoughts, because I'm sure this is hitting him hard, and I feel bad about that. Oh, Lewis name dropped me? Is it in a good way? Please let me know what Lewis said. I love Lewis. I have such love and respect for him. Such love and respect for him. You can post links in chat. Can you post me a link to the recent... Ryan is Asian, Pat Dixon is his username. Oh, that's so cool. Is it today's episode? Lewis is... I'm against libraries, though. It's not permitted to post a link. Can you tweet it at me, please? John Uhant, who sponsored 2 bottles for the Arduous March. Let's what's this? Oh, no. It went to the wrong thing. Okay. It's okay. Got it. Thank you. It's appreciated. Whoop. Okay. I'm back. I'm going to open in a new link. Oh god, it's so long though. What can you give me a timestamp where it's at? Ryan, where Ryan mentions me. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, so that's when Gavin texted me. Okay. Got it. That's fair. Thank you. It's appreciated. I'm printing a Liberator pistol. I'm sure I don't want one. I'm in New York. And honestly, Drew, I would want to get one directly from Cody. Send me. That's really cool that you're printing a Liberator pistol. That's really cool. Can you expound more on why you think James Burnham is the best / original conservative thinker? I mean, there's a whole chapter on this in my book. He is the one, because he has a Trotskyite background. He was friends with Trotsky. He's the one who looks at politics, and even back then, people think this is all the Frankfurt School, right? I have not bought all the bottles, but I'm going to have them. Isaac. And I'm going to give you your shout-outs, of course. I can tell you what it is in a second. Hold on. You really want to know now? You sponsored, because it's Maccabee. You sponsored... Yeah, I haven't bought it yet. It's the Israeli... It's what the hipsters drink in Tel Aviv. It's called Tubi. So James Burnham is the one who realized that so much of politics is just BS, people saying what they need to say in order to impose their power on others. So this is an analysis that really some people on the right now are ascribing to what are they called? The Frankfurt School and that kind of postmodernist. But it's been going on for quite a while before that even. And his book, The Machiavellians, really lays that bare. It's not even his thoughts; it's his analyses vis-a-vis these four what he calls Machiavellian thinkers. Thank you, Isaac, for the support. Whew. I did not like the managerial revolution at all. You can, by the way, if you guys are curious, thanks, Kel. If you guys are serious about curious about what I thought of different books, you can go to my Goodreads, and they're all there. I am exhausted. I had a hard workout and a very long day, and I was I did not get a lot of sleep last night. That is very fair. I did I did pick the cover for the new right. I was shocked and delighted that they listened to me. And it's a dog whistle. Thoughts on Manarchism? I don't know what that is. I've never heard of him. I need to talk to Styx at some point. Manarchism. Let me see. Non-hot version of anarchist. I don't know what that is. This doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. Thank you about the for the Ryan link. I have not read Harry Brown. Okay, I'm gonna go watch this now. I mean, I'll pause it and watch it later. Oh, it doesn't give the link to the timestamp. Can you tell me what the timestamp is? It's not timing it correctly. Is it 2850? He's got a good setup. I like that. Oh, he's got Jim Goad behind him. 2 copies of Gavin's book. That's weird. Adios America. Okay. 2850. Okay, go ahead. Whoa, 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 whoa. 4733. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. 4733. Okay. Oh, it says get off my lawn set. Okay, thank you. That's cool. I did. I told Gavin about his hubris in 2017. I'm hubris. I'm ego and hubris. Do you know any Brooklyn Russian mob stories or anecdotes? I do. I actually was up for doing a book about a Russian mobster. Um, there's a book called, I read it many years ago, 10 years ago. It's on my shelf. I don't, do I have any Brooklyn Rub mush? I don't, though. I honestly don't have any off the top of my head. Thank you, Don. Why don't you complain when people give you Molyneux you and give you $2 or less? Because no one owes me shit, and if someone gives me $2 and buys me a monster, that's a sign of respect, and that's a monster they could be drinking. So I am very flattered when everyone even wants to give me $1. I'm not giving people $1. So yeah, it's I'm very grateful and appreciative for all the support, and I think anyone who complains about getting support is sick in the head. Are you familiar with Agnostic Front or New York Hardcore? I'm not. How could anyone turn down a gesture of admiration or support or anything? How? I don't understand. I can't even wrap my head around it. I remember once there was one of those chuggers, those charity muggers, was asking me for money for like some missing kids, and I asked, I was gonna give her $1. I didn't have change, and she looked at me like I stabbed her. I'm like, well, okay, you don't want it, you don't have it. I can't understand at all. Makes no sense to me. Now I want to watch this Ryan video. This is the first time in my life I'm gonna be interested in what Ryan has to say. Kidding, ish. Do you live a fairly conservative lifestyle? Yeah, I'd say that's Well, conservatives would say no, but I think in terms of how much risks I take and how decadent I am, I think I'm fairly conservative. Meant to give $5. Is Gavin doing okay? I don't know if he can't be doing okay. Didn't he say he's broken on Alex Jones? So I don't. How could you be okay? He'd be in a position to be okay if they stopped. If this was the end and it's like, okay, I lost all this shit, now I can rebuild. It's not stopped. So that's the problem. I can't believe I had nothing to talk about. I've been here for an hour. I hope you guys are having fun. Uh, Wait, so I want to hear. I saw a thing over there. Owen is convinced that the moon landing. Oh, he didn't say he was broken. He's being dismissive. Gavin is a singular talent. Um, have you been to Pok Pok? I don't know what that is. Let me look that up. Hold on. Okay. Let me look up what Pok Pok is. I have not been. Oh, it's closing in September anyway. They just closed, it says, so that's irrelevant. Will you ever run for office? Not even at gunpoint. Thank you, Bill. That's appreciated. Thank you very much at 11-minute mark. Let me write that down. I gotta tell you, I feel very blessed that I am on both networks, and I get along so well with both the people who run both, and I feel very fortunate and very happy, and I'm very happy that people seem to like the content I'm producing. I mean, this is the dream. It really is the dream. Okay, I missed one. Just to confirm, the NRA are not even moderate. They're hated by the 2A community. Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know what Isaac is referencing, I was on Kennedy, and if you look on michaelmouse.com, you can find it's the one with me, Kennedy, Jammu Green, and I don't remember who the third person was, but I haven't been on with Jammu that many times. It's quite recent. And I made the point, and I wasn't sure I was right, that the NRA are the moderates. And the real gun nuts are the Gun Owners of America, and everyone laughed in my face. And I went online, they're like, yeah, the NRA regard as the Romney people. And if you watch my interview with Cody Wilson, he and I discussed this at length. Good day. You can retract your own message, yeah. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna be, by the way, on there's a WWF event, WE, excuse me, I'm showing my age, here on uh, um, December 26th, and I'll be there at Madison Square Garden as a guest of my buddy Dolph. So that's going to be fun. I haven't been to a wrestling event in like easily over 20 years, 30 maybe. So it was good hanging out with Dolph. He's a villain. I'm a villain. Yeah. Sam Roberts is a good guy. I like him. He's a good guy. God, there's 500 of you here. What else? It's so fun being a villain. I absolutely love it. The Third Amendment. My lawyer has a webpage based on protecting the Third Amendment. It's really funny. Um, I'm not familiar with. Okay. I like Sam. Me and him get along. Tips with arguing with hardcore elitist leftist. Yeah, don't do it. Why argue? It's a waste of time. Absolute waste of time. Um, I should. Should I show you? No, I'll show you guys the capitalism stuff after. I'll put it on my Instagram. All right. Wow, 500 people. I want to know. Here's what I want to know from you guys. I might do a Patreon alternative. I don't know. I have to do my homework on this one. I really have to do my homework on this one. Third Amendment is weak because it doesn't apply to cops. I'm not sure what that means, Nathan. I'm sorry. Oh, fuck, what was I gonna say? What do you guys think of the whole? For you personally, I'm assuming most of you guys have a smaller audience than me on Twitter, which is to your credit. What do you guys do vis-a-vis blocking versus muting people who are? You know what the new combination I'm registering now? It's a mix of sarcasm and insults. Yeah, because that's a real great point of view, idiot. Okay, that's a big contribution. Do you think Gavin will return to Compound Media? I have absolutely no idea, and I'm not just saying that because this is in public. I really don't know. It can you can see it how it plays out in any direction. Just anyone can. What the pluses and minuses are, they're quite obvious. I block Twitter. Block. Okay, I don't do anything on Twitter. Reply to you. Okay, it's appreciated. Only block if they. Okay, I'm not sure we can understand your position. I say mute. Block. Okay, interesting. I think Gavin's glasses suit him very well. I think he suit him very well. You can. I like the Fountainhead and didn't enjoy Rand's writing, but really liked more sort of philosophy. Uh, yeah, just read The Virtue of Selfishness. It's a collection of essays, and that will once you read the Fountainhead, yeah, you'll like that, I think, or not, but that will be the determinant for you. Okay, block. I apologize to the person I blocked who's doing all that spoon stuff. I didn't know that was a Styx thing. What if elitist leftist family ambush you on Christmas? So be charitable. I'm here to have fun and not talk politics. Okay. Block. I donated on Streamlab. Okay, so if you donate on Streamlab, let me open the window so I can see if there's any comments there. Thank you for letting me know. Uh, thanks, Boris, and thank you, Ganson. Um, I have to figure out a way for the people who are doing it through PayPal to get notifications of this. I'll set up an email list so they get notifications of these chats. Is Owen doing a live stream right now? I mean, I have not blocked or muted Walter Block. That's pretty funny though. Nick the I don't know what that means. Uh, can Streamlabs pop alerts? Really? A lot of this functionality is not intuitive to me. Like, I couldn't get Kurt Schlichter's picture to appear when I had him Skype in last time. I unmuted everyone on Twitter. Now I'm just blocking people. So if I muted you, you're unmuted. I saw your show about IP with the attorney, but I still can't get my mind around people who don't believe in IP. Dickens used to get. I mean, that's Stefan Kinsella. He's like the world authority on this subject. His point is when you duplicate something, the original is not touched any way. It's like if I take a photograph of you, I don't take your soul. So, I mean, watch it again. It's really kind of clicks and makes sense. All the counter arguments he handles them very, very easily, Drew. Will you go on Chip Chipperson podcast? If I'm asked. Of course. No, I like that people aren't muted now because then I'm faster to block them because what I'm realizing, and this has helped my traffic, is I don't have any thoughts on South Africa. I'm completely uninformed on this subject. I'm sorry. What I'm realizing is when you block a lot of people, it helps the conversation because it's like kicking loud, obnoxious people out of a restaurant, right? It's good for the other customers. I didn't answer you on Streamlab. I didn't see a question. It didn't come through. Let me look it up. Hold on. I'll ask right here. I'm sorry. YouTube. I only got the PayPal notification. 1 second. Question is. Sorry about it. What is the question? Atlas Shrugged and the Fountainheads on your Goodreads. Where are they? I read them in college. Why would I have them on my Goodreads? My Goodreads is by date. So it's not every book I've ever read. It's just books that I read since that started. $4.94. I feel bad. Oh, God, I'm so wiped. I am so wiped. I feel bad that there's so many of you here and I don't really have much more to say. I've been talking to Thad Russell recently. We DM'd each other. I adore him. He is amazing. His book is one of the top 10 must-reads. I can't recommend it enough. Renegade History. By the way, Marshall, you were the one who I mentioned, I alluded to on Joe Rogan. So there was a time when people were... So you can ask me about it in person. I was Thad's first guest, too. Which was a lot of fun. One second, guys. All right. Um, yeah, that's great. I mean, that book is so important, and it informed my worldview a lot. It was like some missing keys that really clicked. Um, you didn't pick up on it because you wouldn't know the reference. It was when I was talking about. Ask me about it. Ask me about it. Yeah. Ah, don't block. Listen. Thanks for hosting Dank. I thank you. It's appreciated. No, I'm not interested in listening to most people, like in the slightest. Like I'm actively disinterested. It comes from being an introvert, and it comes from the data that most people are terrible. Okay, I think I'll do this for another 5 more minutes. Oh, what is your take on the mysterious notes at the Bush funeral? I forgot about that. That is so right. Wasn't that so interesting? And Jeb, listen, Jeb's been governor of Florida twice. He's run for president, raised a lot of money. He knows the cameras are on him. So that was weird. Yeah, that was really weird. I don't know that I'd be that quick to book Sargon again because he flaked at the last minute, and I'm sure it was something that came up that was true, but that does not make it a priority for me to rebook somebody. Oh, Simon's here. Everyone say hi to Simon from the Arduous March. See, Simon, everyone loves you. I try not to do pre-records. I don't like them. I like it live because that way people can use the chat room. I like Simon April Fools. That's pretty funny, actually. I like that. Simon, say hi to Zach. Good work, Simon. Does anyone have any any questions? Would you ever go in the public space with JFG? I don't know what that is, but I would. Correct. The live chat is for the Gas Digital subscribers. Thank you, Slammer. What were you about to say about Owen? Oh no, I don't think anything particular. I was going to ask if are women's rights in South Korea as bad as the North? Of course not. I was just curious. People were saying that he's saying we never went to the moon, but it looks like he was trolling. So okay, huh? I don't know. I haven't watched. Thoughts on Nick Fuentes? I don't follow him, his work. He seems to be doing good for himself though. I can't drink Monster other than my favorite Blue Monster. Oh God, I'm sorry to hear about these miscarriages. That's terrible. Ugh. I wanted to end this on a good note, and now it's just a sad note. How does one become better at rhetoric? Well, stop. Is there any specific story as to why Sargon flaked? And you seem pretty apologetic and not upset. Well, I'll tell you what he said. I'll tell you exactly what he said verbatim. He said, where is it? I'm really sorry a family issue came up at the last minute. Is there no other day we can do? And he apologized. So I take him at his word. I believe in giving people the benefit of the doubt. What's this say? What do you think about U.S. companies enforcing other countries' laws, preferences of U.S. users? I think the solution is to move platforms where most people don't want to. It's a business decision. I mean, even if another company didn't, there's a lot of things that U.S. companies have no problem imposing on their users. Starbucks, no company, it wasn't Germany or the federal government that told Starbucks it's a good idea to have a Race Together campaign where their cashiers talk about race with their customers. So it's completely up to the company to do one or another. The idea that these companies are going to be patriotic, I mean, it's just a cost-benefit analysis for them. They're soulless. I've had Lauren Southern on. Do you think Owen is right on Peterson and Moon? I don't know his position on those two things. I honestly know very little about Jordan Peterson. From my extremely ignorant, limited perspective, it seems like he's a good gateway drug. Oh, Tom's here. Hey, Tom. Tom, are you ready for questions about the JQ? You're in the right place. Tom and Simon, it's a Christmas miracle. Talk to Tom while I get some more water. And feel free to super chat him questions that he's never going to get. I don't know who Abby Martin is, so probably not. Wait, hold on. Were there any? Did I miss any super chats? My position on the moon is the moon belongs to America. Okay, now you're getting on my nerves. It's one thing to bug me, it's another thing to bug Tom. So you're getting shut up. Peterson is a gateway drug to what? To heretical thought. If you want to ask Tom questions, you're going to have to super chat them, otherwise he's not going to answer them. Yeah. I did not see Cernovich's tweet. The thing with me, as you guys know from Twitter, is I don't feel any obligation to answer. No, this is getting blocked. I'm sorry you don't find me entertaining, but I'll make sure you never have to talk to me again. The thing about Twitter is I don't feel an obligation to answer questions at all, ever. And especially if people ask the same question over and over, then I'm really never going to answer it because it's fucking annoying. And I don't know where I was going with that vis-a-vis this, but yeah. Tom, do you believe Jews go to heaven? I'm sure Tom thinks Jews go to heaven, yes. Milo said I'm bi? Bullshit. Receipts. Receipts. Okay, I'll mod you, Simon. I'll get Tom on this live stream once I figured out how to do that. I didn't work with Kurt Schlichter. Milo did not say that. I want those receipts. Do you and Tom have any projects coming up? Yes, we do. We've got two. One of which is going to be an event here in New York, which is going to be great. And another one. Where did Milo... Show me the link where Milo said that. Tom, is Dave Smith a moderate Christian conservative compared to yourself? Milo has a show, doesn't he have a live stream? Everyone's talking about me. I feel so famous. Oh, he did his laugh. Okay. Well, I still want to see the clip if possible, so please send me that link if you can. I gotta watch Ryan now talking about me. I gotta watch Lewis talking about me. Everyone's flapping their gums. Tom, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. There have been a lot of people in my supporting listeners group, which I got the idea from you, Tom, who read the Hamilton book and were converted to being much more sympathetic to him as a human being. I don't know if Dave's done an episode of Part of the Problem. I think he has. I'm pretty sure he has. Oh, wait, we got some more. Oh, Boris cancel automatic payment. Okay. Pending. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Did you catch Rubber Rodeo on Firing Line? They were not on Firing Line. What are you talking about? I don't understand. Is that a joke? Like, I don't get it. I want to see what Milo had to say. This is very funny. Show me the clip. Jesus fucking Christ, you people. Take care, Nathan. Is that the link to Milo? No, this is Gavin's stuff. I don't care about that. These are parakeets behind me. Okay, best Pet Shop song. I'm not a Pet Shop Boys song fan at all. I can't. I don't. Yeah. You, Tom Woods, Dave Smith are the daily listens for our podcast admins. Keep up the good work, gentlemen. Well, thank you, and thank you for putting that in the correct order. That's very cool. I got a question for you all. What do you like best about Tom Woods? I know my answer. Tom has been on Thaddeus Russell. Tom, haven't you been on his show? Aw. You haven't? Oh, okay. Let me DM him now. Lots of fans want to see this. Okay, I just messaged Thad. It's no Joe Rogan, but yeah. Tom is a very good guy with a very big heart. Thankfully, he has a good cardiologist. What are my Simon? What's your favorite thing about Tom Woods? Oh, I can tell you what there isn't to love about Tom. That belt. I don't know what Milo's saying. Thoughts on Democrats running in 2020, Klobuchar? I think it's going to be Biden. Your top 3 favorite books, not including Rand. Ooh, that's tough. It would be something by E. Nesbitt. I don't. I don't. Is that true, Tom? Good for you. Um, I don't have a good answer. I have like a top 10, but I don't have a 3. I'm so sorry. That's a cop out. Uh-oh, Simon, you and Anna are going to start scissoring. I don't see how they stop Biden. And I think Biden would give Trump a run for his money. No one on the left cares about those videos of Biden sniffing people's hair. I promise you. No one. If they didn't care that Bill Clinton probably raped someone, they don't fucking give a care that he's acting like a creepy uncle. Exactly, Nick. I agree with that completely. No one cares. I haven't seen a single person even try to address it in terms of being on the left and being like, oh, I better kind of nip this in the bud. Oh God, it's midnight. Good Lord. My favorite thing about Tom Woods is a speech in Eating with Tom Woods on YouTube, which I attended in person, still remember fondly. Geez, we didn't ask for your life story. You think makes no sense to me. Yeah. 3 a.m. Where are you? What were you in, like Iceland? Clinton scandal would be different in Me Too era. No, it wouldn't. Don't you fucking get it? The press determines what matters. You're thinking about it factually. Facts don't matter here. Well, I'm off to bed. Bye, Sakuraba. Have a good night. Norway? That's so cool. You've got a big fat jolly lady as your prime minister. Luxembourg? Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Benelux, they call it. Anarchist mom. Oh, that's so sweet. Must be chaos in your household. Am I right? Tom, what should I talk about? Simon, what should I talk about? I've been sitting in this here for 90 minutes. Sydney, that's so cool. That's really cool. Someone was mailing me rum from Sydney and it never arrived. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look this up. Rum. No. I liquor Twitter. I completely forgot about that. Bear with me, guys. This is more. I think this is it. Nope, that's not it. I forgot someone is mailing it from. I can't find it now. From Australia, some really crazy stuff. Tom, that's a good question. Has reason softened a bit with you since the interviews? Let me check my messages. Can you search your Twitter messages? I don't think you can. One second, people. One second, people. I can't find it. Is this it? Nope. I can't find it. Someone was going to send liquor from Australia, and it's not here. Okay. Hold on. Australia. I can't find it. Where could it have been sent to? That's weird. Okay. So, wait, I missed the super chat. What does it say? Did I miss it? Where is it? Other than Tom Woods and Kinsella, who would you recommend for sources to explain concepts to individuals not familiar with the subjects often discussed in libertarian circles? I would say Rand does it very well. I would say Steven Pinker's book about the blank slate and Jonathan Haidt. They're not libertarians, but these are really important books to read. No, Tom, tell the class about. John donated to the Arduous March, so what's this? Based Australian. Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. Wow, hold on. God, you guys are great. Paste and go. Okay. Did this ever get sent? Thank you. Wow, you guys are awesome. We do have the best fans. Pinker's not insane. I'm sorry. Saying insane means I don't like dismissing people. A lot of what he says, I think, adds value. So that's just being dismissiveness. I have the Shiraz gin. That's going to be part of the next Arduous March. We bought it. People chipped in for it. Tulsi Gabbard would never be allowed to get the nomination. Ever. Not even close. What is these little side comments? I turned away from the chat for a second. Also side comments appear. Tom will not be part. The next Arduous March is all the Compound Media hosts. See, I like this. I just literally said that if someone asked me the same question over and over, I'm never going to answer. And you're saying, can you comment and close that in the Milo thing so we can move on? No. Tom wants to be Reason or Cato. It's obviously Reason. I'll answer for him. Yeah, Eastside Dave was my most important one to have at the Arduous March. Which of the drinks are you most excited about? That's a great question. Um, let's look at this. There's something called Abomination, which is scientifically aged whiskey. I'm very excited about that because that's a Willy Wonka kind of thing. Also, the smoked beer distillate and those are the what's arcane and arc yeah, that's those are the big ones I'm excited about the most. It's February 1st. Dave Smith is not going to be at the next Arduous March. Snosberry means a blowjob. I hope you guys realize that. It's a joke that Roald Dahl threw in there. Oh, the glyph thing. That's good to know because that was on my list. So thank you. That's really appreciated, Nick. All right. I think we're going to call this a night unless there's anything else. Um, okay. Tom, I will see you soon. Simon, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you all for the ongoing support. Warren and Anna, get a room. I missed a bunch of Tom. Well, I can talk to Tom whenever I want because he's awesome. And I'm awesome. Um, Smell you later. I can't believe smell you later replaced goodbye. Now I gotta watch what Ryan says and what Lewis had to say. So thank you. I hope this was fun for you guys. We're all losers here. There's nothing wrong with being a loser. I'm closing this out. And there's less of a delay, I feel, because of I changed the latency on this.